this is homework packet number 26. It's due on Friday the 13th. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 problems and set you up on one more. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do is number 1. So let me zoom in over here to number 1. You have 6v times 2v plus 3. Okay, you have one set of parentheses, so we're going to distribute this 6v to both things inside the parentheses. So you have 6v times 2v. 6 times 2 is 12. V times v is v squared. If you don't understand why it's v squared, I'll show you real quick. V times v. Your base is v. Your invisible exponents are 1, and when you multiply, you add, so 1 plus 1 is 2. 6v times 3. 6 times 3 is 18, and then all you have left over is just your v. You can't combine these because this has a squared and this one doesn't, so that's your final answer. Okay, next one I'm going to do is number 8. Number 8, we have 8p minus 2 times 6p plus 2. Okay, you have two binomials, so what we're going to do is we're going to do our box method. Okay, y'all do this in science. It's called the Punnett square. It's the same concept. You have 8p minus 2. Then you have 6p plus 2. Okay, and we're just going to multiply. 6 times 8 is 48. P times p is p squared. 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. Don't forget your p. 2 times 8 is 16. Again, don't forget the p. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. So you're going to write this out. 48p squared minus 12p plus 16p minus 4. And see if you can combine any like terms. There's no other p squared, so that's just 48p squared. Negative 12p plus 16p will give you 4p, because negative 12 plus 16 is 4. And then you have a minus 4 in the back. Nothing else you can combine, so this will be your final answer. Alright, number 12. Again, just like number 8, you have two binomials. We're going to multiply those out. So I'm going to do my box. I have, what do I have? 5n plus 6. 5n minus 5. And we're going to multiply. So 5 times 5 is 25. N times n is n squared. 5 times 6 is 30. Don't forget the n. Negative 5 times 5 is negative 25. Don't forget that n. And negative 5 times 6 is negative 30. So you write everything out. Your partial products, 25n squared plus 30n minus 25n minus 30. And combine your like terms. You don't have any other n squared, so you have 25n squared. You have 30n minus 25n. 30 minus 25 is 5. Don't forget your n. And then you have a minus 30. And this right there is your final answer. Alright, and last one that I'll do is the back side. Let's see, there's a lot more on here than what we're doing. That doesn't look good. Okay, well, if you look on the back side, I'll write out the problem, because I have no idea what that was. We're going to do number 22. So number 22, you have n squared plus 6n minus 4. And you're timesing that by 2n minus 4. Okay, so again, this is problem number 22. Okay, so we're going to do our box. It's going to be a little bit longer because we have a trinomial and we're multiplying that by a binomial. So I'm going to cut this one in half, and I'm going to do my trinomial on top. So I'm going to have this one in thirds. So I have n squared plus 6n minus 4, and I have 2n minus 4. Same exact concept, you just got to do a little bit more multiplication. So here we have 2n times n squared, so that's a 2. N times n squared, remember this is a little 1. When you multiply, you add your exponents, so 1 plus 2 will give us 3. 2 times 6 is 12. N times n is n squared. 2n times negative 4. So 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Don't forget the n. And then we're going to multiply all this by negative 4. So we put negative 4 and n squared together to get negative 4n squared. Negative 4 times 6n is negative 24n. And negative 4 times negative 4 is a positive 16. So I'm going to write all this out. 2n cubed plus 12n squared minus 8n minus 4n squared minus 24n plus 16. And we're going to go ahead and combine like terms. So I have a 2n cubed. Nothing else to combine with that, so I'm done with that one. I have a 12n squared and a negative 4n squared. 12 minus 4 is 8, so I have 8n squared. So that's gone. I have a negative 8n and a negative 24n. Negative 8 and negative 24 is a negative 32n. And this last little guy that I have here is just a positive 16, so I'm going to put positive 16. Nothing else I can combine because that's a cubed, that's a squared, that's an n, and that's a constant. So this right here is my final answer. Alright, and the last one, I'm not going to work it out, but I'm going to help set it up, and that's going to be number 23. You have 6n squared, that's a parentheses, 6n squared minus 6n minus 5, and you are timesing that by 7n squared plus 6n minus 5. Okay, you're doing a trinomial times a trinomial, so you're going to have a pretty big box. Okay, so you're going to want to split this up into thirds, and excuse my horrible lines. And then you're going to want to do this in thirds. Okay, so you would have 6n squared minus 6n minus 5. And you would have 7n squared plus 6n minus 5. Alright, so you're going to do the same thing, multiply it all out, combine your like terms to get your final answer. So, as always, if you need any help with any of these problems, you can come after school or in the morning, or ask during class, and we'll help you out. And after that, you have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 multiple choice questions. So, that front and back sheet, and then 9 multiple choice questions. And don't forget, it's due on Friday, not on Monday, because that's spring break.